In this quick video, I'm going to cover what happens for plan sponsors or for brokers who are representing plan sponsors if they changed vendors or they had multiple TPAs or multiple PBMs. The number one thing that you have to figure out is what are the TPAs and PBMs doing? Are they reporting on behalf of the plan sponsors or not? We do not have the ability to find that out simply because if we called these vendors, they're not going to talk to us. It's not realistic. And different ones are handling terminated groups in different ways. Some of these folks are just going to provide data to the plan sponsors, and some of them are going to report. This is what you need to know. The bottom line is, to the extent that it falls back on the plan sponsor, we have you covered. But we cannot find out what the TPAs and PBMs are doing on your behalf because it varies so much. There's no standard answer. Even inside the same PBM, there's no standard answer. So the answer is always going to be for you to find out as a plan sponsor, or if you're a broker representing plan sponsors, for you to find out what they are doing. If you go to our website, Drug Cost Reporting, in the blog section, if you need it, there is a broker use this template email to send to your TPAs and PBMs, and literally you can copy and paste this if that is helpful to you. Let's even just take an example. What if you change vendors, okay? In this example, this plan sponsor was with TPA 1 from July 2019 through June 2020. Now, the reporting years that we're looking at are 2020 and 2021, and quickly followed by 2022. So you'll see here, this is the reporting years. The calendar years of 2020 and 2021 are due by December 27, 2022. Ongoing, like for the 2022 calendar year, will be done by June of the following year of each year. So in this situation, they were with this one TPA and one PBM through June of 2020, and then they changed and they went to a different TPA and PBM. So what is the answer for this, and how do you report? It goes right back to where we were in the very beginning. To the extent this falls back on the plan sponsor or on you as the broker, we have you covered. You have to find out what these TPAs or PBMs are going to do because they're not going to speak with us. So what that means is that you need to contact TPA 1 and find out what they are planning on doing for the portion of this 2022, the 6 months, the same thing for this PBM, the 6 months. The TPA 2, you need to find the same thing out. What are you doing? You might have caught that I had a typo in these July 2020, so that these those dates weren't matching up. My apologies. But you see here, this July 20 to December 20, you have to figure out, what are they doing? Are they submitting the report, or are they going to give it to the plan sponsor? To the extent that it falls back on the plan sponsor, we have you covered. And I know it sounds like I'm beating this horse to death, but we get these questions over and over that are asked in different ways, and it comes back to the same answer. There's no other answer we have the ability to give to you. To the extent that the reporting falls back on you as the plan sponsor or as brokers on behalf of those plan sponsors, then we have you covered, okay? But you have to figure out what it is that they're doing, what they're reporting and what they're not reporting. So let's take the example that you just decide to hire us. Well, we just, because we'll have some people say, because they're really nervous, they'll say, well, we just want to hire you to go ahead and do this. And we go, okay, they sign a contract and they pay. Guess what the very first thing we're going to ask them is, what are these TPAs doing, PBMs? We can't answer that question. That has to come from them, directly from them to you. So if you're a broker and you represent multiple clients, it's a very nerve-wracking situation, but there's no other answer we have the ability to give other than that. So what you want to do is, to the extent that you want to make sure that they actually know about this. And I know it sounds crazy, but some folks, because there's so many other things the marketplace has been dealing with, some out there, PBMs and TPAs, this is all new news to them. So you want to make sure that they actually are doing some reporting. To the extent that they send something to you and you go, I don't know what to do with that, that's where we come into play. So I hope that is helpful to kind of hammer home that point, that the bottom line is, if it falls back on you, we have you covered. And all you have to do is go to other sections of the website about how to get started, the pricing and what have you, and that will give you more details about that. Hope this video was helpful.